Woke up today 207 pounds, just over 207 pounds, 207.2, I think, or 0.4. Have to go back and look. But today is the last day of the bulk. We are done. I do not have to continuously stuff my face anymore. And I am on my way to a restaurant right now. I'm gonna grab some breakfast. I do want to carb up for this workout later on. But I also want to talk to you guys about some of the things I learned along the way on this bulk. Taking it seriously, like wanting to get into bodybuilding now. So there's a lot of things that you really have to pay attention to that you wouldn't have to if you're just like an average lifter. But I've got some tips for you as well too, because I'm in the same boat with you. This is a new thing for me wanting to bodybuild. Anyway, let me go ahead and get in the car. We'll get to the restaurant and we'll talk about it. But I want to show you guys what I'm eating right now, because we are feasting. I've got some pancakes with the butter trying to fall off there, French toast, and we got the eggs with the sausage. And you know you gotta have that Cholula. If my daughter's watching this, she keeps a little hot sauce in her bag, okay? And then we got the lemons for the electrolytes. Let's talk about this bulk and talk about some of the things that we learned, right? Because that's what it's about, learning from your mistakes. But I can tell you, after you eat a breakfast like that, it's one of the last things that you want to do. You kind of want to just chill out, it'd be a great time, especially when you have carbs like that, like pancakes and French toast and stuff. Like, I don't normally eat that type of stuff, but towards the end of this bulk, I did start doing it. And I want to talk about that too. But man, it makes you want to take a nap more than anything. I don't know how people eat that stuff on a daily basis, then go to work and do stuff with your kids and everything like that. Oh my goodness. Anyway, rant done. I'm not going to talk about oatmeal. I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff today. I want to talk about how, when I was cutting, the diet that I followed for me personally was very close to what you would call a keto diet, okay? So it's very high in healthy fats, so avocados, egg yolks, ribeyes, steaks, fatty cuts of meat, chicken thighs with the skin on, and just different things like that. And veggies. But for me, the reason why I can't call it full keto is because I love fruit. So I still had my fruit. I just didn't have a high carb diet. It was more of a low to medium-ish amount of carbs compared to what most people would do. And I just gotta have my fruit. So I couldn't go full keto on the cut, and I got in amazing shape. I got ripped, man, absolutely ripped. I had tons of energy, mental clarity at work. I didn't feel sluggish, tired. I didn't feel like crap towards the end of the bulk. Even when I got to day 130, 135, somewhere around there, that's around the time when people start feeling like how I feel on the bulk. When I'm like, oh man, I don't want to see food anymore. Those people are so starved from food and what they normally eat that they are like, man, I just want to go eat some pancakes or some pizza or something like that. So that's the difference. But got absolutely shredded on the keto diet, or very close to the keto diet, but I did do higher protein than what keto would recommend. When you're cutting, that type of diet is amazing, absolutely amazing. I went all the way down to 7.6% body fat, abs popping, obliques popping, muscles popping that I've never seen before, veins in my back. Definitely brought out even more of the vascularity that I just naturally have. Get that from my father, so I mean, I can't help it. But on the bulk, I started with the same mindset. Oh, I'm gonna do this lean bulk. I'm not gonna eat high carbs, and I'm still gonna build muscle, and I'm gonna gain weight and all those types of things. And I got to about day 75 when I learned this. You really can't build muscle and get bigger on that type of diet. It's great for cutting. It's great for staying shredded year round, mental clarity, all those types of things. But if you're actually going to bulk and you do want to put some size on intentionally, you got to do the carbs. I hate to admit this, but I was wrong about that. You have got to get the carbs. The more, the better. The more, the better too. So I started mixing in like the protein pancakes in the morning, eating the oatmeal. I started eating oatmeal too. Y'all know I don't like oatmeal, but I started eating that. And then somebody recommended cream of wheat. And ever since I've had cream of wheat, oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's so much better to me, at least the texture I like a lot more. So definitely the carbs. And then even when I was cutting before, what I was doing was, let's say I ordered a burger somewhere, I would take the bun off and throw it in the trash, you know, and that's a good way to stay lean, get that protein in, get that good meat in. But when you throw the bun out, that's really the glycogen into the muscle on a bulk. So it would definitely be necessary. But I stopped doing that towards the end of the bulk. Around day 75, day 80 is when I kind of changed, and I upped my carbs. I upped the calories even more. And then I started to gain a little bit of weight after doing that for about 10 to 14 days. So about 2 weeks later, I really started to notice the results. And a lot of other people started to notice it too. They're like, man, you've been shredded, but you're starting to get bigger, man. Like your shoulders look bigger, your back looks bigger. And I noticed it too, even when I would put on certain shirts that during the cut were just super baggy on me. Now they're starting to like fit on my arms and things like that. So guys, long story short, if you're gonna bulk, you have got to up your carbs, and you got to up it more than you probably thought you would need to. So on the very next bulk that I do at the end of this year, I'm going to up my carbs significantly. I'm going to get them primarily from sweet potatoes, from potatoes, things like that. But I will mix in the oatmeal. I will mix in the cream of wheat. I will have, you know, a bun with my burger, things like that too as well. So I'm going to make some changes, and I'm not going to wait until day 75 or day 80. Because I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, man, can you imagine if I started like after like the second week, if I knew that and I committed to high carbs, how big I would be right now? So I'm just salivating thinking about it. But that's the first tip that I would definitely, that really stands out to me, is you have to up your carbs during a bulk. Anyway, we are headed to the gym now, and we're almost there. So we'll continue this conversation during the workout. All right, so we made it. Final day of the bulk, that's it. I still want to push it. I still want to go hard, fellas. We're going to start with some shoulders. We're going to hit some triceps, and we're going to get some traps in today. So it's going to be a big workout. Hopefully we get a big pump. I've already done a couple warm-up sets, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in on the military press now, 155. Throw it around a little bit, see what we can do, and then take it from there. All right, and I'm so excited today for a couple reasons. Number one, 3,350 subscribers on YouTube after just over 3 full months. Definitely excited about that. And woke up today, and the rental agency where I currently stay right now, so I'm not with my family, going through a divorce and all that stuff, in this small little apartment room right now, little studio. It was just supposed to be a temporary thing for me. So I asked them, hey, how much would it cost to break my lease? Man, they came back with like $7,000. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'll just ride it out. Anyway, they said, hey, we can put you down in case somebody wants to do a short-term lease. They can take yours over. That was about 2 months ago. So I just kind of chalked that up as a loss. But today they contacted me and said somebody's interested. So I really hope that goes through, guys. Because if it does, I can break my lease reasonably. I still have to pay to move into a new place, but I'll be able to get much closer to my kids. I'll be right down the street from them. And I can see them so much. They can have bedrooms when they come stay with me. Oh man, I'm just really hoping for that. But anyway, let's get a great workout in. All right, so I'm thinking we'll bump it up a little bit. Throw some 25s on there, right? Start getting into some big boy weight. That's how I'm feeling today. Let's see what we can do. Woo! Man, that'll definitely bring out that Ric Flair
All right, let's go ahead and keep this thing moving, baby. Keep it moving. Come on. Come on, people. Let's get it. Ah. 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 Oh. Woo. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, I like to do those sitting down, but bench is taking up, so make it work. Forget to hit those rear delts, fellas. If you've been here now, you've been rocking with us, you already know. But if you're new, doesn't really matter what you do to your shoulders. If you're not gonna hit those rear delts, they're not gonna round out how you want them to. And then you gotta give it some time after you start hitting it too. Don't check back in 2 weeks and say, oh man, just keep going. Okay. All right. Last pressing movement here, so let's push it. But after this, we're gonna start hitting some triceps and some shoulder isolation stuff. No more presses. Let's get a good set in though. Okay. Oh man. Whoo. I'll take these back actually. So another thing that's super important, we talked about your diet selection, the foods that you put in your body, but it's also gonna really matter your calories. I know people talk about those macros, those calories. It's so important. And I think what I did was I was a little cautious at first, where I went to maintenance and actually went to maintenance for about 3 or 4 weeks. Next time I'm not gonna do that, because from that point on, I'm only upping it maybe 200, maybe 300 calories a week. But sometimes you gotta make some jumps of like 500. You really gotta up those calories if you wanna grow. I mean, if the goal is to bulk. And I learned that towards the end of the bulk, like I said. Once I got to day 75, 80, at that point, the calories went up significantly. The carbs went up significantly. And then about 10 to 14 days later, I just felt like I was inflated like a balloon. I could really feel it in the muscle. I could feel those pumps coming back. Amazing pumps. So next time, I'll probably do maintenance for a week, maybe 10 days. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say it on camera right now. I think it's gonna be important. Rather than setting like a timeline of like 2 weeks and being rigid, I'm gonna reevaluate everything every 10 days. How about that? So I may up my cardio every 10 days. I may up my calories every 10 days. I may increase or reduce my carbs every 10 days. But that's gonna be the game plan for the cut. Obviously, there's gonna be a whole bunch of other things that we need to talk about too. But since we're on the topic of like, what would I do better for the bulk next time? I'd up those calories a lot earlier in the bulk. Anyway, I'm feeling like some shoulder isolation stuff now. That is a cool thing about the bulk, man. Picking up the 30s or the 35s and just repping them out on lateral raises. You see that strength increase, it gets addictive. I just don't want to get too fat around this stomach. Be looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy, man. Ooh. 30 seconds, we'll do some front raises. That's the set. That's the damn set right there. This right here actually is another fantastic way to do some shrugs too. Let's say all the squat racks are taken up, or you work out at a smaller gym and there's just not as many. If you have this hammer strength chest press, you can actually load some weight up, and instead of laying down on the bench, you just stand up, grab it by the handles. It's actually fantastic. All right. So we add another plate on there. Man, shrugs take everything out of you. Probably should do these at the end. But I wanted to feel a little bit of that pump in the traps. So I couldn't wait. Anyway, let's go, baby. Lightweight, baby. How's it going, sir? All right. Let's get some triceps in. They don't have the chair, and all the other benches are taken up. Let's go. great. Just one set of those today. That's it. Whew. Man, some exercises just take everything out of you. Those shrugs out there on the other side, 4 plates, get the blood rushing to your head quick. But how you gonna grow if you don't push it, right? At least as much as you're able to. Not all of us are in the same position, but luckily my rotator cuff is healed now, and I don't want to injure my shoulder again, so I don't go as heavy on certain movements. But all I know how to do is to bring that intensity. I get my best gains when I do that. Let's do a few more things and then let's check the pump. Ooh, that's too light. Full stack? Full stack? Why not? Let's do a drop set. Ooh, I'm running out. Man, I am definitely feeling it right now. Great workout. But we're at the finish line. We are definitely at the finish line. And I just feel really good, man. I told myself I was going to consistently upload to see if I can do it. I know I can put the work in as far as working out, because this is what I do regardless. But to be able to go home, edit, upload consistently, if you guys aren't on my Instagram, TimC 2.0, that's growing fast too. But man, I'm so excited. 3,350 subscribers in the first just over 3 months. Let's keep this thing going, man. We're going to start this cut at the end of the week. And it's going to be way better than the bulk, because most people want to cut. Most people don't want to bulk. You know, people walking around with a lot of extra weight on them, especially in the time that we live in. So they want to burn that fat off and get in the best shape of their life. And so that's what we're going to help people do. We're also going to talk about current issues, man. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about men's issues, men's health, all that stuff. You know how we do. But I'm going to get a few sets of shrugs in just to finish this off, because I'm going to throw that in as an emphasis for the rest of this year too. Traps. Let's get them even more freaky. Why not? Come on, baby. Last day. That's it for me. That's it. 125 days, man. Let's go check the pump. All right, fellas, 125 days with me, we did it. We bulked up, and I'm just glad we're at the finish line. We can start burning this fat off, getting shredded for summer. When we walk on the beach or in the pool, wherever we go, people gonna be like, damn, I know that dude put the work in. That's gonna be you, because we about to get in shape, and I'm gonna show you everything that I do. We're gonna document all of it, the food, everything. It's gonna be much more in-depth in the bulk, because I know that's what people wanna see more than anything, and that's what I like to do. Bulking is something that I'm actually learning, so I appreciate you guys hanging with me with this trial and error. Some things were confirmed, there were some things that I learned, but overall, it was definitely an experience that I would not take back. But I know what you're thinking. Let's check the pump, right? On the last day, and let's see where we're at. Because it was a pretty good journey, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, man. Now, just to warn you, your boy might have some big arms, but man, them abs, the abs are not what they used to be, guys, okay? Don't be making fun of me, all right? I'm looking like somebody's uncle over here now, all right? If you see that, we still got the outline, guys, and that's what I told you. I said we were gonna keep that outline. I told you that. Ooh. All right, not too bad. Not too bad, guys. We did it. We did it. I'm a little plumper, a little juicier, but we about to get jack stacked and succulent. It's coming. Hang with me, guys. This Sunday, day one of the cut. Tell your friends, tell your auntie, tell your mama, tell everybody that the cut is starting on Sunday, and we're gonna get these gains. We're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna keep doing it. Until next time, fellas.